Dr. William L. Johnson III here with our morning meditation. Every week, we share together these messages of encouragement and inspiration. We hope that they are encouraging and inspiring for all of us who are trying to journey through life. We need a helping hand. We need some word of encouragement, some word that sometimes, some message that says to us to keep on going, keep trying. You're not by yourself. And so I'm so glad that you've tuned in with us once more to be able to share in another week's meditation. I hope that at the end of our time together, for these few moments that we have, you'll find yourself inspired and encouraged and willing and desiring to press on and maybe even to encourage someone else. So here's our meditation for today. The meditation this morning is entitled, I Need a Win. I need a win. I thought about the tension and the pressure that many athletes have on them, that they find themselves in need of a win to make the playoffs, get to the next stage in life, maybe to get to the next round of competition, maybe in team sports or in individual sports. We all find ourselves identifying with the need to win. And many times in life, in real life, some of us have been dealing with so many things, so many challenges that have been overwhelming. We've taken so many L's, so many losses, losses in relationship, losses in our finances, losses in our dreams or in our goals, that we find ourselves contemplating and really whispering to ourselves, boy, could I use a win right now. So I want to share this message with you. I think it may be a message of encouragement. It is a reminder to us, like many characters in the Bible and other holy books, that we discover as we journey through life that the wins don't come when we want, how we want, where we want, or on our plan or schedule. In fact, what we may perceive as a loss may just very well be the best win of our lives. And so I want to talk with you for a few moments about what it means to need a win, to be able to say to yourself that I need a win. I have tried as much as I can. I've come to the end of my rope. I have found that while I tied or not, like some people have said, that my rope broke anyway. Or that I've tried to do the best I can to try to be as honest as I can, to try to do as much good as I can, and only to discover that I keep getting shorted or I'm 5 steps behind, even though I'm trying to make up those steps. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, maybe you come to the place where you're saying, hey, I sure could use a win. I need a win right now. I can't take any more losses. I can't take any more disappointments. I can't take any more defections. I can't take any more disappointments. Whatever those things may be, you might be at the place where if it's just one more thing, you don't know how you will make it. This message is for all of us who have found ourselves there and in the place where we know we need a win. What I've discovered is that we need wins because we think that everything matters, everything that is important weighs on this very decision, on the turn of this clock, or the moment of truth, or that interview that comes back, or whether I get admitted into the program I want to get into, or whether or not my child gets where they want to get, or whether or not the doctor's visit pays off, or whether it tells us something that we don't want to hear. And sometimes we're at a place where needing a win is really important. What I've learned is, and what I want to share with you today as a moment of inspiration and encouragement, wins come in some of the strangest places, however. They don't necessarily come packaged in the way in which we thought they should. There is a dynamic with life, in the ebb and flow of life, that everything that is created has seasons to it. Everything has ups and downs, good days, bad days, rights and wrongs. It has struggles and successes. And sometimes the struggles come more than the success. Sometimes the downs come more often than the ups. Sometimes the bad comes more often than the good. And when we are in those moments, we need something somehow to come and arrest us, catch us, carry us, and support us. What I believe that God does for us in those moments is does step in, but it calls for us to be okay with this one particular thing I want to share with you called uncertainty. Mark Nepo writes a book that he entitles The Endless Practice. And one of the practices he highlights in the beginning of the book is really important to grasp. It is the practice of uncertainty. The practice of uncertainty reminds us that while we're navigating uncertainty, ambiguity, when things are not clear, it calls on us to be more patient and allow for the stories to play out. A good friend of mine shared this message not long ago, just recently, and he reminded us that sometimes we believe that we are the ones who are writing the script of our lives. We are responsible for acting out the roles and seeing how the end of the story goes. But the truth is that our creator, God, is the author, finisher, the actor, the boom man, the director, the producer, or those whoever are in charge of whatever happens in our lives. God, our creator, is the one, the actress, the others, those who are the best leading actor or actresses. That's God playing out God's will, God's desire in our lives. And in those moments, we are called upon to allow God to write the rest of the story. While we're busy trying to come to the conclusion in the story, in relationships, in this opportunity, close off this or do that. I know I could get into the details of some more particular ways of saying this, but whatever your story is, that when it gets difficult and it becomes a place where we're vulnerable, we are quick to try to summarize the story in order to protect ourselves. But God leaves us in this place of ambiguity, of uncertainty, so that the win that we really need is really coming. The W-I-N, the win. The win is the witness of our lives with integrity, dealing with our needs. In other words, God allows for us to see that what we're experiencing and what we're dealing with calls for us to take a step to wait a little longer to see the outcome of the story. It is important as we journey, many of us who are Christians who are going through this season of Lent and the season of passion, moving toward passion, to know that what is happening in our lives after Ash Wednesday is a challenge for us to live in the place of ambiguity so that we can deal with the uncertainty in our own lives. It's not around us, what's going on around us. It's the balance of wrestling with what's going on inside of us as we live in an uncertain world. So here is the promise, and here's where the win comes. The win is that you know that God is on your side, that God acknowledges you and God sees you, that no matter what happens around us, God is already happening with us. And that is the blessing of our time to think and reflect and to remember that we are already winning even when we think we're in need of a win. So I share this message with you, the message of encouragement, that as you're navigating the uncertainty of your life, know that while you need a win, you've already won. Yeah. How do I know these things? Well, I didn't get what I wanted. I didn't get the job. My family situation, the doctors came back with bad news. The truth is that whether or not the things that we want around us happen the way we want them to happen is of no consequence. What is really important is that God is with us no matter what is happening. And if God is with us, no matter what is happening, then we can manage and deal with whatever comes our way. Whatever happens in life, the real peace is in here. God gives that because God says, I'm with you no matter what's happening. And in that moment, you know you won. Thank you for giving us a few moments of your time. We're going to share these messages of encouragement and inspiration during the course of the next few weeks. You might see a series, you might see a number of things that tie together, but we want to talk with you a little bit more about needing a win and how to be able to embrace just such a thing. God bless you. Have a great time. Remember, our time this week, have a great week. Have a great life, knowing that you've already won. Be encouraged. You're loved, you're appreciated, and you're irreplaceable. Have a great one. Bye-bye.